All around us, friendships are being made, being ruined, and being experienced. Our friendships make or break our day, and what may be surprising is that they vary and differ based on gender and personality. The way males and females support, show affection towards, and value their friends varies greatly, as we discovered through our research and interviews. Another way girls and boys act differently in relationships is how they would approach someone they like and what they would say. Even though we only focused on the variations between male and female, we do recognize that gender is a non-binary construct. While all friendships and relationships are unique, there are too many differences between them to ignore.
While gender issues themselves stretch far, it's the differences between the friendships that are the roots, especially in supportive and affectionate ways. In our interviews with our peers and classmates, we discovered that girls have more supportive relationships, while guys have more distant, even competitive relationships.
Well, we're definitely supportive of each other. Like, I'm not a really competitive person, but we always joke around and tease each other all the time.
If you have a personal problem in your life, do you feel more comfortable confiding in your friends or family or keeping it to yourself?
Well, I'm kind of a quiet person, but if it's a really big problem, which I've kind of had some recently, I like to talk to really close friends who I've helped in the past, so we kind of have that connection already. So
I like to talk to Siri. She's got all the answers.
By far the biggest difference between boys and girls in their friendships is the amount of affection shown.
Why do you think that girls are more typically affectionate towards their friends than guys are?
Affectionate towards their guys are in their friend group.
Yeah.
Because their reputation doesn't rely on whether they're affectionate or not. Because if a guy did that to his group, it would be kind of weird.
We did an experiment where we asked boys and girls to go up to their best friend, give them a hug, and tell them they loved them. Here were the results.
I love you. Oh, I love you too.
I love you.
I love you, Dad.
Yep. I tell you I love you every day. When I leave, I'm like, love you. Bye.
Yeah.
That's just kind of what I do.
Yeah. We're family.
Do you think it's gay to tell your best friend that you love them, just as a buddy?
No, not really.
No.
No, it's like bro love, you know?
It's the romance.
Yeah, dude.
We asked some girls if they thought it was socially acceptable for guys to show more affection towards their friends, and if they thought that maybe boys hold back some affection for fear of acting gay.
I'll tell you about this. I get just this whole thing with society saying that boys or men can't be sensitive or whatever, that also makes me very sad, because it's cutting off a part of who they're supposed to be as a human being. We all have all these different parts of us, and to make us a good and a strong person, we have to express all these things. We have to be strong and we have to be weak.
To girls, their friends are their support, a big part of their life that they rely and depend on. And for guys, it is less of a supportive relationship and more of a friendly competition. Guys tend to have friendships where they have few or one best friend they share personal or emotional information with. The rest of their friendships are otherwise based on their similar tastes in sports or other hobbies or activities. When asked who they would go to when they had a personal problem, depending on the situation, everyone chose their friends over their family. Research shows that guys tend to share more personal issues and discuss these issues with close friends of the opposite sex than the same sex. On the other hand, girls tend to have friendships that are more based on their emotional and personal connections, which they share with multiple close friends instead of one best friend. When asked who they would go to if they had a personal problem, they all answered close friends. Girls tend to get more personal help from close same-sex friendships.
A very significant difference is the way boys and girls value and view their friendships.
If you had to choose boyfriend or girlfriend over your friends or family, which would you choose? Alright.
We hit the solid grounds of Bainbridge High's campus to figure out how our peers value their friendships.
If you were told that you would be given $100 million if you ran over your best friend with a car, would you take the deal or save your friend?
No! Oh my god! That's a terrible thing to do.
You guys are so mean.
This is like, I'm offended. I'm gonna hide. You're still here. I can still see your mind.
Okay, no.
No.
Whoever would do that is a horrible person, and I don't like them.
Probably run them over.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Over
A car.
No, depends. Cause like if it was a motorcycle,
Yeah, like
then I
an
would.
SUV
But if it was a
like a
bus,
motorcycle.
then no.
They could survive.
They would die. They would die no matter what, though.
Oh, they would die?
Yeah.
Is that the thing?
Like
They
on
have to
impact.
die?
Yeah, they have to die.
So I guess you have to convince them.
It's against my moral values.
So you wouldn't
I would
take
not.
the money?
I would not take $100 million to kill someone.
It depends on the friend.
It's your best friend.
Your best friend.
It's my best friend. Can I pick who's my best friend before I run to my friend?
No.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna make a new best friend.
Would you run over me for $100 million?
You'd survive. Yeah, Mo would survive.
I'm hurt.
I would most certainly run my best friend over.
You
But
can try.
no. I'd be wary where I'm hitting. I'm not gonna like run him like right over his head. I'd like aim for the legs.
Also, you want to do it in a nice car.
And
I do
nice
it in a
car.
go-kart. So spend $100
So
million.
you don't want to do it like an SUV. You want to do it like a small Sears.
okay.
Only break the legs. Like I do is a long one.
Save my friend.
Yeah.
Actually, well, you could probably pay for medical.
That's true, you can pay for medical.
But he died on impact.
Oh, definitely save the friend. Definitely.
Girls and boys also view their friendships differently.
If a new kid at school or someone you don't know asks to sit with you and your friends at lunch, how would you respond?
I'd be like, of course you can. Come on over, friend.
Depends if he's a cool kid.
What makes him a cool kid?
Like, just chill, you know, not like super energetic, just like a chill dude.
Yeah, well, I'd let him come over either way, just to see like how he is. But if he's not cool, then we'll just move away.
Research shows that women view their relationships more positively than men do, and women display more intimacy in their friendships than men do.
When it comes to an intimate relationship, it's very surprising how different the genders react. We asked boys and girls the first thing they would say if they had to go up to their crush and ask them out right now.
Just, you want to go out? Like, on a date? I mean, isn't that what you do? That's what I would do.
Happy birthday. Hi.
Hey.
Okay.
Look, you know you want it.
We asked guys if they thought it was too needy or forward for a girl to ask them out.
Depends on the asking.
Depends on the person.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, it depends on their personality.
If it's like a stranger, yeah.
Yeah, but if it was someone
Yeah,
like
that's
I knew that I knew was cool, then no, I would not think about it.
All of the girls we interviewed said they would rather ask someone out than be asked out to prevent having to reject someone. Research shows that men and women do not differ in their self-reported attitudes towards marriage and commitment, but men perceived women as being less faithful in relationships than women themselves have reported. Men's perceptions of women's attitudes towards marriage and commitment were surprisingly accurate with what women had reported. Consistent with stereotypes, women thought of men as having a more negative attitude towards marriage and lower levels of commitment than men actually self-reported. Women are perceived as being more concerned about developing intimacy in their relationships because it could potentially benefit them more.
Do you think that a guy and a girl can just be friends?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, definitely. Like, I have
friends that are boys. Actually, friend. I have a friend that is boy.
Through interviews with our peers and classmates, we discovered the differences in value and views of friendships, the variations of support and affection within friendships, and the differences of opinions and actions for intimate relationships, all with the foreground of gender. We found that typically boys show much less affection towards their friends, and that for girls it comes more naturally to tell their friend that they love them. Girls value their friendships more than boys do, generally, and share more personal issues with them. In dating, girls would like to take more control, and guys wouldn't have a problem with that, for the most part. Even so, every relationship and friendship, no matter what genders are involved, are loving, supportive, and valued in its own unique way.